We are all over it here tonight with News Corp columnist Louise Roberts and Sky News contributor, host and News Corp writer Joe Hildebrand. I want to go to Joe Biden and our concerns about his capabilities. Have a look at this comment he made in Israel overnight where he just didn't quite get the facts right.
You know, I've often said, I remember the first time that I was in Israel with Golda Meir. She was just before the Six-Day War. And she was telling me how terrible everything was, which it was. She kept flipping the maps up and down behind her, and all of a sudden she looked at me and she said, "Would you like a photograph?" And I thought, that's unusual.
Well, there you go. The trouble, Louise, of course, is that the Six-Day War is in 1967 when Joe Biden wasn't even a congressman and Golda Meir wasn't Prime Minister or Foreign Minister, although it checks out that he did go there and meet her just before the Yom Kippur War in the mid-70s. So he's just getting his wars and his timing out by a few years.
Split the difference. He's gone straight down the middle.
The detail correct. Yeah. It's interesting. I've just come back from 3 weeks in the US and I did ask a couple of people there what they thought of Biden and his sort of dithering, which is such a big topic over here, and they're concerned.
Well, it's gotten worse, hasn't it? It was bad when he was elected, and it was on the downhill slide. But I reckon the last 6 months it's accelerated.
Deterioration. People watching the TV shaking their heads, going, "What's he talking about?" You know.
Now I've just got to show you a mashup, a bit of a social media mashup. Last week Joe Biden did an interview with 60 Minutes. Not long before that, Donald Trump did an interview with 60 Minutes, and someone has mashed this up so it looks like Donald Trump is interviewing Joe Biden. Got to share it with you. Have a look.
You know what? She deleted 33,000 emails.
How that could possibly happen, how anyone could be that irresponsible. And I thought, what data was in there that may compromise sources and methods?
Yeah, I think it's disgraceful what she's done.
I mean, honest to God, that's all I think.
The biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign. They spied on my campaign, they got caught.
Don't.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught.
Yes.
It was our Justice Department.
Yes.
What kind of ice cream, what flavor ice cream do you have?
You think I would tell you if I knew exactly what it would be? Of course I'm not going to tell you.
You just come in here with that negative attitude.
And it's much too early to make that kind of decision.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Joe, but it reminds us of the crackpots who are running the world.
It's amazing. The best part is that's not a deep fake. That's really them. That's really what I'm talking. Look, the truth is, the good news is, and no, it's not in great shape, is that America can actually withstand a crazy president, or in the case of Joe Biden, a clearly, let's face it, quite incompetent president. And so, people talk about the deep state. The deep state's really running things. Well, thank Christ for that, because otherwise we'd be in all sorts. But it doesn't really matter what Biden actually says. What matters is what is written down for him, and what matters is where the guns of the USS Indianapolis are pointed, because frankly, that's how America really does its talking. And right now there are 2 aircraft carriers in the Eastern Mediterranean. So even if Joe Biden does stuff up, the Iranians better not laugh.
That's right. The point that Biden went to Israel kind of does the talking. Right. Never mind, he couldn't really talk while he was there.